Welcome to episode 71 of your CYSA Plus Prepcast. In today's session, we will explore two specialized tools that cybersecurity analysts use to secure cloud-based environments: Scout Suite and Prowler. As organizations continue to migrate workloads, services, and data to the cloud, maintaining visibility and ensuring proper configuration becomes a critical security priority. Traditional scanning tools designed for on-premises infrastructure often fail to assess the dynamic, permission-driven, and service-rich environments found in cloud platforms. Tools like Scout Suite and Prowler were created specifically to address this gap. They enable analysts to perform detailed configuration assessments, enforce compliance, and identify vulnerabilities within cloud resources. Mastering the use of these tools is essential for any analyst working in cloud-first or hybrid environments, and understanding their implementation directly supports your success on the CYSA Plus exam. Let's begin with Scout Suite. Scout Suite is an open-source multi-cloud auditing tool designed to assess the security configuration of cloud environments. It supports a wide range of providers, including Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, Oracle Cloud Infrastructure, and Alibaba Cloud. Its cross-pendulum support makes it a valuable resource for analysts working in multi-cloud environments. Rather than focusing on live traffic or system vulnerabilities, Scout Suite analyzes cloud configuration data to identify misconfigurations, policy violations, and exposure risks related to identity, storage, networking, and other cloud services. Cybersecurity analysts use Scout Suite to evaluate a broad range of cloud resources. These include virtual machines, IAM policies, storage buckets, firewalls, databases, and monitoring services. Scout Suite connects to cloud accounts using appropriate credentials and extracts configuration metadata. It then analyzes this metadata to identify security risks such as publicly accessible storage, overpermissive IAM roles, unencrypted data, exposed ports, and missing logging configuration. This configuration-based scanning approach enables analysts to detect issues that traditional vulnerability scanners would overlook entirely in a cloud network context. Scout Suite excels at deep configuration analysis. Analysts rely on the tool to assess fine-grained details in IAM policies, security groups, access controls, and encryption settings. For example, the tool can detect when a security group allows unrestricted inbound access to a sensitive database, or when a bucket containing confidential files is publicly readable. These types of configuration flaws are among the most common and most critical in cloud security, and Scout Suite provides clear visibility into these risks before they are exploited. One of Scout Suite's key strengths is its support for multiple cloud providers. In organizations that maintain workloads across AWS, Azure, and GCP, analysts use Scout Suite to perform consistent, repeatable assessments across all platforms. This consistency ensures that cloud security policies are applied evenly regardless of which cloud service is in use. It also supports centralized reporting and governance, allowing security teams to consolidate findings, enforce uniform standards, and reduce the complexity of managing diverse environments. Scout Suite generates reports in structured HTML format, providing clear summaries of discovered vulnerabilities, along with detailed context and remediation guidance. Each finding includes a severity level and a technical explanation of the issue. Analysts use these reports to prioritize remediation tasks, communicate findings with cloud operations teams, and track risk reduction over time. The clarity of the reports helps translate technical misconfigurations into actionable items for both security professionals and cloud administrators. To support vulnerability tracking and centralized visibility, analysts integrate Scout Suite with other platforms. Findings are exported to vulnerability management systems, compliance dashboards, and cloud asset inventory tools. These integrations help analysts correlate cloud risks with other indicators, prioritize remediation efforts, and maintain an accurate inventory of assessed assets. By placing Scout Suite data alongside endpoint data, network data, and traditional vulnerability findings, analysts gain a more comprehensive understanding of the organization's security posture. Using Scout Suite securely and effectively requires careful credential management, analysts must configure access roles that allow Scout Suite to retrieve configuration data without exposing sensitive permissions. This often means creating read-only IAM roles that grant access only to the metadata required for analysis. These roles are tightly scoped using the principle of least privilege. Analysts regularly audit and rotate scanning credentials to ensure that security is not weakened by overly permissive or stale access configurations. Scout Suite can be automated as part of a continuous integration and continuous deployment pipeline. This allows analysts to monitor configuration drift in real time and detect violations as soon as they are introduced. When new infrastructure is deployed, Scout Suite performs an assessment and flags any configuration that deviates from the defined baseline. This automation supports the principles of DevSecOps, ensuring that security remains embedded throughout the development lifecycle rather than being addressed after deployment. Documenting Scout Suite usage is essential for accountability and compliance. Analysts maintain records of scanned configurations, credential scopes, detected vulnerabilities, report outputs, and remediation actions. Documentation supports internal policy enforcement and external audits. It also provides visibility for cloud architects and administrators who may not be directly involved in scanning but are responsible for maintaining secure configuration. These records help ensure that security assessments are repeatable, consistent, and traceable over time. Cloud environments evolve quickly, and so must the assessments that protect them. Analysts regularly update Scout Suite to benefit from new features, updated detection logic, and expanded cloud provider support. They also review changes in compliance requirements and cloud service configurations to ensure that assessments remain aligned with the latest guidance. Lessons learned from cloud security incidents are incorporated into future scans, helping to prevent similar issues from recurring. This continuous improvement ensures that Scout Suite remains an effective and relevant part of the organization's cloud security strategy. For more cyber-related content and books, please check out cyberauthor.me. Also, there are more security courses on cybersecurity and more at baremetalcyber.com. Now let's shift our focus to Prowler. Prowler is a specialized open-source security assessment tool designed specifically for Amazon Web Services environments. Analysts use Prowler to audit AWS accounts and resources for misconfigurations, compliance issues, and security vulnerabilities. It is a command line tool that performs checks against AWS services and compares configurations to best practices, established security guidelines, and regulatory frameworks. While Scout Suite supports multiple cloud platforms, Prowler focuses deeply on AWS, offering granular insights into service-specific risks and security weaknesses across all AWS regions and resource types. One of the main strengths of Prowler lies in its ability to perform comprehensive audits of AWS infrastructure. Analysts use it to scan for risks in services such as EC2, S3, IAM, CloudTrail, VPC, Lambda, and many more. Prowler evaluates whether encryption is enabled, whether multi-factor authentication is enforced, whether logging is configured correctly, and whether services are exposed to the public internet. These checks are vital for reducing the attack surface of cloud workloads and validating that AWS security controls are operating as expected. Compliance assessment is a core feature of Prowler. The tool includes built-in support for evaluating configurations against AWS CIS benchmarks, which are widely adopted as baseline security standards. Analysts can also use Prowler to validate compliance with regulatory frameworks such as GDPR, HIPAA, and NIST. These assessments help organizations ensure that their AWS environments are not only secure, but also aligned with applicable laws and contractual obligations. Prowler's detailed reports make it easy to demonstrate compliance during audits and security reviews. Identity and access management is another area where Prowler provides deep visibility. Analysts use the tool to detect over-permissive IAM roles, unused credentials, missing MFA enforcement, and privilege escalation paths. IAM misconfigurations are among the most common and dangerous risks in cloud environments, and Prowler helps analysts identify and remediate these issues quickly. It also supports the principle of least privilege by highlighting users and roles with excessive permissions that should be reviewed or reduced. Prowler integrates well with AWS NAB services and third-party platforms. Analysts often send scan results to AWS Security Hub, where they are correlated with other findings from guard duty, config, or custom rules. Prowler's output can also be forwarded to centralized vulnerability management systems, SIM platforms, or asset management solutions. This integration supports holistic visibility across cloud security programs and allows analysts to respond to findings through established workflows and incident response playbooks. Another valuable feature of Prowler is its flexible reporting. Analysts can generate output in multiple formats, including HTML, CSV, JSON, and PDF. This allows teams to tailor reports for different audiences, from technical staff to executives or compliance officers. Reports contain detailed descriptions of each finding, severity ratings, relevant security guidelines, and recommended remediation actions. These structured outputs help teams prioritize response efforts and track remediation progress over time with clear documentation. To use Prowler effectively, analysts must follow secure credential management practices. Prowler requires IAM roles or access keys with sufficient privileges to perform its checks. Analysts create roles that adhere to the least privilege model and scope access only to what is required for scanning. These credentials are rotated regularly, logged, and monitored to prevent unauthorized use. Secure credential management ensures that the tool does not introduce new risks while being used to identify existing ones. Prowler can also be automated for continuous monitoring. Analysts use scheduled scripts, AWS Lambda functions, or CI/CD integration to run regular scans. This automation helps detect configuration drift, enforce compliance, and reduce response times. For example, a scan triggered after a new AWS resource is provisioned ensures that it complies with security baselines from the start. By incorporating Prowler into DevOps pipelines, organizations embrace a proactive security posture that aligns with CloudNet development practices. Collaboration is essential when acting on Prowler findings. Analysts work with AWS architects, DevOps teams, and business stakeholders to interpret scan results, prioritize critical issues, and coordinate remediation. For instance, an exposed S3 bucket identified by Prowler may require input from a DevOps engineer to adjust permissions without affecting application functionality. Clear communication ensures that security improvements are implemented without disrupting business operations and that findings are addressed within the context of each team's responsibilities. Maintaining proficiency with Prowler requires continuous training. Analysts study AWS security best practices, explore new features in Prowler, and stay informed about updates to compliance frameworks. They also practice customizing scan configurations, developing automation workflows, and troubleshooting access issues. This ongoing development ensures that analysts can use Prowler to its full potential and adapt their usage as AWS services evolve. In fast-moving cloud environments, this adaptability is critical to maintaining effective security coverage. To summarize Episode 71, cybersecurity analysts must be well-versed in cloud vulnerability assessment tools to effectively protect cloud infrastructure and services. Scout Suite and Prowler each offer powerful capabilities tailored to cloud security, with Scout Suite providing broad multi-crowd visibility and Prowler offering deep AWS-specific assessments. These tools help analysts detect misconfigurations, enforce compliance, and monitor cloud security posture in dynamic, fast-paced environments. Proficiency in these tools supports success on the CySA Plus exam and enhances your ability to safeguard organizational assets in the cloud. Stay tuned as we continue your detailed journey towards CySA Plus certification success. Thanks for listening. To learn more about cybersecurity, please visit baremetalcyber.com. There you will find best-selling books, videos, and even more free cybersecurity training courses. Please subscribe to the Prepcast and our various podcasts. And thanks for listening.